I also request Dr. Sandeep Chatterjee, sir, Pro Vice Chancellor, DYPIU, Dr. Madhavi Deshpande, Dean Academics, Dr. Shashi Singh, Dean R&D, and Dr. Biran Moy. A huge round of applause for the new beginning of this sixth momentous year of DY Patil International. Thank you all. Friends, today marks a significant milestone in our journey of excellence and innovation in education. It is time to reflect on the beginnings that launched at the speed of a rocket and how since then the inception have changed and paved the way for success over the years. May I request Honorable Professor Prabhat Ranjan sir to welcome the gathering and take us through this exhilarating journey.
So good morning to all of you. So today is a special day, 14th March, very significant for this university's birth. We celebrate like a foundation day. I'm going to talk about how this university has become a trend-setting university for the whole country. But before I do that, today also is a very important day. It's called Pi Day. March 14th, 3.14 mathematicians are sitting here. So today is also celebrated as Pi Day. So we have a very fundamental link with mathematics, which our mathematicians have not realized. So happy Pi Day as well. And before I proceed, I'd like to show this from Aryabhat, a Sanskrit slok, which actually gives the value of pi. And that would have, oops, sorry, what happened? Sometimes technology fails. Yeah, so this was the happy pi day slide. Then I was showing a Sanskrit slok from Aryabat. It actually gave the value of pi in terms of slokas, which actually gives this. I had seen this in VIT Mr. Patna campus wall, and I took this photo. I'll not go into the detail of this, but there are many such sloks in Sanskrit actually which describe mathematical formulations, including one with Radha and Krishna slok, which actually gives you value of pi to very large decimal places. So our link to science and mathematics goes to thousands and thousands of back, which we don't realize. Now, I will tell you that there is a very historic moment for the country. I'll come to that, and our chief guest will also say the same thing. Just to repeat the brief history for those of you who may not be aware, the D.Y. Patil International University was set up as a private university by the well-known D.Y. Patil Group. Under this D.Y. Patil Group, there are 5 campuses in Pune, 1 in Navi Mumbai, Sandeep? So DY Patil Group has nearly 200 institutes across 3 cities, Pune, Kolhapur, and Navi Mumbai. We have more than 100,000 students across the campuses. And different campuses are run by different family members. This particular campus, Akudi campus, is run by Sanjay Patilji, the elder brother, and Satej Patilji, the younger brother. They wanted to present today, but unfortunately they could not, so they've apologized to all of you. University became operational on the Pi Day of 2018, March 14, 2018, where state government gave a circular saying that this is operational day, so we could start admissions and so on. We started 6 UG programs in a very moderate way with about 500 students. Currently, we have 3,500 students. Across the country, and that has led to us being recognized as a trendsetter among the higher education circle within India. The School of Commerce and Management. This was started especially for research, and we have called it a School of Engineering Management Research right now, because for 4 years it will be slowly merging into the university, all the programs will emerge, but this year we're starting the admission under DYPIU umbrella. It is a School of Interdisciplinary Studies and Research. All our PhD programs are under this. Our effort has been to now increase PhD students after 4-year undergraduate program. We already had it in our system. Recently, UGC also made this possible. So we have nearly 50 PhD students. We also have a School of Skills Development. We are focusing on new age skills. We have signed up agreements with drone-related training, cybersecurity, and so on. We are planning to now get into creative fields, music, painting, and other creative fields. And we also believe that generative AI will play a very important role in this. So this year we are planning a year of generative AI conference in 4 or 5 months' time, which will cover generative AI in all aspects of our life. Just to recount some of the development that has happened through the university, which has led to an impact of the country. We started BTech Computer Science Engineering program in 2019. AICTE, which controls the technical education, was the first to acknowledge this and send appreciation letter. This is a very good program, and form a committee in July 2019, of which I was a member, and it was chaired by Dr. Shevgaonkar, who is our governing board member. He was here day before yesterday. And that led to change across the country. 7 new programs were launched by AICTE after that, and that was followed across the country in thousands of colleges. Similarly, we started setting up digital fabrication lab. I'll show you a glimpse of that if you have not seen those. And AICTE formed the Idea Lab committee, of which I'm chairing that. Through this, we have actually set up 106 centers across the country, and it's going to grow more. Similarly, our work on brain-computer interface was recognized by Bureau of Indian Standards, and I'm chairing the Committee of Government of India, where I represent India internationally. In fact, I'll be traveling to China in April for that purpose to represent in International Standards Organization. In 2020, we launched a BTech Bioengineering program, innovative one, and normally engineering program required mathematics as a compulsory course. We made it optional because a lot of students who want to go into medical side, they don't take mathematics. We made the change that we made it, it was not compulsory. We said we'll do a bridge course. Next year, AIST did the same thing. We started MBA Digital Business in 2020. It was followed by others in 2021 onwards. In fact, what we do gets followed at national level in next year and Pune University after 2 years. The MBA Digital Business started in Pune in 2022. Then we started program for working professionals. It was under discussion for 1 year, and then June 2023 we started with Tata Motors, Anand Automotive, and there are many others in discussion. Those two companies already started with nearly 300 students. We have started BTech Electrical Engineering with electric vehicles and robotics and automation and specialization, BTech Mechanical Engineering with smart manufacturing, and MTech Electric Vehicles. Now, these programs we have launched. AICT liked this program, and they also followed this and announced in last August that they would have a similar program on our pattern. It is not coincidence. It was a discussion that we had, and I told to ST chairman and Dr. Sahasbuddhe, who was ex-chairman, that we have to transform the working professionals across the country because the technology is changing so fast, and they cannot come to colleges and take leave for 3 years or 4 years. So all of them supported wholeheartedly and followed a similar program as to what we have done. If you look at the student growth starting from 2018, 500 students to currently we have 3,500 students. As I mentioned, PhD nearly 50. And 2024, we'll see this growth to 6,500 plus as we are merging DYPIU Institute of Engineering Management Research. Our goal is to reach about 15,000 students. So this is a very important message for young people actually, and our chief guest and a couple of other guests we had in last 2 events. One event was our convocation on 4th February. And then we had an event, Dr. DYPIU lecture given by David Wolf on March 2nd, 2024. All of them the same message is coming. This is a golden age for India. I was talking to chief guest yesterday at dinner time, and he said that it's a golden age in the last 1,000 years. We have never seen anything like this in the last 1,000 years. He's going to talk more about it. We are seeing huge infrastructure growth. Manufacturing sector is shifting to India for multiple reasons. One is the demographic dividend. We're the largest population in the world and largest young population in the world. Our average age is still much lower. Chinese economy is down. China was considered the manufacturing hub of the world. Chinese economy has crashed in 2.5 years. You were surprised to see that. I was also surprised. India geopolitically is strong. All of these factors have made that now effort is being made to shift manufacturing sector from China to India, Vietnam and Mexico, India being the major developer in this field because of the large population and talent and resources that we have. This will lead to core engineering branches seeing a massive rapid growth. The message that I must give to young people is that we must focus on core engineering branches and new technology areas emerging. And DYPIU is the top of this to bring new technology areas into education. All of this effort was recognized by Outlook in its anniversary edition, which actually they put my photo, but inside it says that under the leadership of Professor Prabhat Ranjan, DYPIU International University has emerged as a beacon of innovation in higher education, shaping visionaries who are not just prepared for the present but are future ready. The commitment to innovation, industry collaboration, and academic excellence positions DYPIU as a key player in journey towards 5 trillion economy. So this university is recognized as a key player in taking India to higher economic growth. The news items, United States substantially diversified its import share away from China across a range of manufacturing sectors. I'm personally involved with a global investor on this. Then this is a McKinsey report which says geopolitics and the geometry of global trade. It talks about India's growth. Yesterday, March 13th, Just before our event, Prime Minister made sure that he launches these 3 semiconductor facilities. Based on all of these, we are starting new programs this year. BTech Mechanical Engineering with Energy Engineering and Smart Manufacturing as a focus area. BTech Chemical Engineering with Energy Environment and Computer Chemical Engineering. BTech Civil Engineering with Infrastructure. And BTech Semiconductor, for the first time in the country, we are launching it. We've seen the Prime Minister is going to launch this on March 13th, so I was ready with this. Now, it's not simply to launch a new program. It's also to make sure that our students are ready for not today technology, but when they graduate in 4 years' time, they should be ready for technology at that time. Technology changing so fast, none of us can even think of that. Fortunately, I was heading India's technology think tank. This was my task to foresee future. I've seen the kind of growth that is happening. The technology changing much faster than even we can imagine. The students, when they get to the 4 years program, by the time they graduate, technology has changed. So we are preparing students for not today, but for the time when they graduate. Based on all these, the core engineering branches will have artificial intelligence along with generative AI, digital fabrication with generative design. So you don't need to go to AutoCAD and anything like this. You can directly do generative design, combine this with digital fabrication, and you would have a prototype ready very, very fast. Digital twins is something that's picking up very fast last 3-4 years. We're making sure that that will also be part of our curriculum. So we are not making programs industry relevant. We talk about programs being industry relevant. We are transforming the industry to newest technology. We are not trying to follow industry. We are transforming industry to newest technology, and that's why industry is coming to us. And I'm getting requests every day. Yesterday I got a new request, and 2-3 days back another request. Thousands and thousands of employees, the industry wants us to train. It's difficult for us to handle all of this. We want to take technology foresight capability to industry to make them sure that they understand what's going to happen in the future and making India a manufacturing hub of the world and take the lead away from China. As I mentioned, we are pioneering the semiconductor engineering program for the first time in the country. Most of the focus of this area right now in India is going to be in OSAT, that's the outsourced semiconductor test and assembly part. But actually, Indian government has announced that it's going to cover all aspects of semiconductor, starting from equipment manufacturing to wafer production to OSAT and other things. Whole spectrum will be covered. When I put this news of semiconductor engineering program on my LinkedIn Facebook, it had more than almost 61,000 views. You can see here at the bottom. And look at who are the viewers. Semiconductor manufacturing, 26.6%. Out of 61,000, almost 25% are from manufacturing, semiconductor manufacturing. You look at those companies. Who are the companies? All the top semiconductor manufacturing companies of the world. Intel, Qualcomm, Synopsys, AMD, Cadence Design, and so on. And all of them connected to me also. It's not they're all connected to me through LinkedIn, the private email, and so on. So actually, suddenly we are connected to top of the world. Everybody is coming back to India. Many of them are Indians. One of them is in Qualcomm. He said that I have studied in Pune, I want to give back to society. I want to come back and collaborate. And even if he's sitting in San Diego, he wants to do this. Dholera and Sanand semiconductor plants will start chip production. In Sanand, it will be starting in this year, 2024. And Dholera is a bigger setup in 2026. And Ashwini Vaishnav said that India is going to be the among the top 5 chip makers of the world by 2029, the next 5 years. So our students will graduate right in the time to actually participate in this process. This was to actually make sure that I give the message about new programs. So the infrastructure, we are keeping pace with the growth infrastructure along with the growth of the university. We added 1.8 lakh square feet on 3rd and 4th and 5th floor over the last 4 years or so. Another 60,000 square feet work is going on, 6th floor. All civil work is done. Finishing work is going. Maybe 2-3 months it will be ready. We expect to add 5 more floors with 3 lakh square feet of additional space by 2027. The merger of IEMR will have 12 floors, 7.2 lakh square feet of space. It's like 720 families staying in that building with 1,000 square feet flat. 1,000 square feet in Pune and Mumbai is considered luxury, not in some of the other places. But so you can imagine the kind of space we have created. If you see across the road, if you have noticed, you will see these cranes. We are making a 31-storied hostel with nearly capacity for 1,500. We'll do it in 2 phases. First, one wing we'll do and the second wing. And this work is going on. We'll finish by April 2025. This is a fast work going on. I think there's a picture that's about 1 month old. We're adding facilities. We added more GPU servers, high performance computing. We are adding more cards, GPU cards. And this is going to help in artificial and data science, bioinformatics work, media and design. We added 360 computers recently, so we have more than 850 computers, or more like one for every 4 students. We have 1 computer. Number of computer labs increased to 15. Bioengineering lab increased from 3 to 6, and there's 1 microbiome lab, 7, and we'll add 9 more bioengineering labs as we grow. The Studio Spandan, which is being used for media production, is very much in use on regular basis. We have AR, VR facilities, HoloDance, and this is a new facility that we've created. This is a holographic avatar room where we are creating Dr. DYPIU's holographic avatar. You can talk to him, you can interact with him. He gave me permission of this the very first day I joined this university on 25th April 2018. I took permission from him that can I replicate you digitally. He told me that I will live for at least 100 years, but please go ahead and replicate me. So this is part of this butterfly is actually just a demonstration piece. Actually, you will be able to see him. This is on 5th floor facility that is being developed. We have many teaching aids and other things. I'll not go into those. Have been around for quite some time now. Various facilities. Digital Fabrication Lab. As I mentioned, I'm chairman of AICT Idea Lab, which is used to conduct faculty development programs across the country. We are adding new machines, enhancing the numbers. When this is a look for this part of the setup. Actually, we have more than 50 machines, varieties of them. One of the new ones that is coming from Bamboo Lab is a very special one, which can do carbon fiber and other things. Very high resolutions for professional quality you can prepare here. Especially we are working in the area of the stability sector where we develop assistive technology, very, very useful for that purpose also. You can see the consumables, very huge stock of consumables. Our students have access to these free of cost. That's why they can do a lot of work. A lot of MOUs have been done, but one MOU I want to point out is with a company called Drone Acharya. This is for training in drone. The young people are very interested in this. Of the distinguished visitors, we had a talk on 2nd March by David Wolf, chairman of Aeron Capital, and his title was, in this room itself, America is coming to India. Okay. And many of them are coming to DYPIU, the Santai Auditorium. Dr. Ajay Kothari is one of them. Dr. Mukund Chorgade was there. Of course, David was there. And so, America is coming to India was the title given by David Wolf. And because he himself set up a company in India for the last 2.5 years. And this year, for 2 years, he had no success. This year, he's seen a very good growth because he came to DYPIU. This auditorium has been used to see Chandrayaan-3 launch and landing as well, successful landing. So based on that, we started programs. I was already involved with Chandrayaan-2 project. So we had discussions here before the landing. And then a group of scientists with whom I was involved earlier, they have started participating. In fact, Dr. TCNG, he came all the way from Hong Kong to share his design, and he's been sharing this. And today at 7:30 p.m., we'll be having a video conferencing on design, which is going to be the smallest or the least mass in the whole world to explore the moon surface. And our chief guest is talking about it. We're going to Moon-Mars asteroid belt. This area is open, so university is participating. This is one of the design, but I've received more recent design, and we'll be discussing that in the evening. Our chief guest is very much focused on thorium molten salt reactor. We started nuclear fusion program. The nuclear part, this is actually falls into fission part, but actually both of them combined together in one way or another. Even nuclear fusion, some part of that is based on fission. India has the highest use of thorium. Carl Page, the elder brother of Google founder Larry Page, has assured me that he will garner support for thorium molten salt reactor and solid state fusion in India. I had a 1.5 hour discussion. Those of you who don't know him, he made $400 million before Google came into picture. He funded his younger brother to this. He was very much focused on that. He sent a very nice email to me. He had told me in 2020 also, when we launched the fusion program, that he will support molten salt reactor. This time in December, I had a more detailed discussion. And Dr. Kothari, of course, is going to be talking about his new passion of thorium molten salt reactor. That's how I got connected to him. The afternoon 3 p.m. Those of you who are interested in this must participate in this. It's going to be technical talk. So those who are interested in research of this kind, and many of you may not be interested because you don't know about this. Mechanical, civil, chemical, computer electronics, all of them you can participate in this and listen to and participate in this. Hopefully it will lead to some kind of a joint effort. I have talked about the brain-computer interface, the university leading this. We have 4 research scholars working, and I'm happy to tell you that the first PhD of university has been granted on 6th March, successful by Dr. Vijaya Lakshmi, and she was working with me only on using brain-computer interface to identify multiple intelligence among children. Our focus is on child education, learning disability, and neurorehabilitation. Many children are benefiting from this. Now parents are asking us to keep going back to children and support them. So we want to start a company. If anyone is interested, please let me know. The award accolades, I've removed many of them because there were too many of them. 1 or 2 I'll focus. I received recently Maharashtra Ratnagora Puraskar. This is a picture of our first PhD from this, and this is not going to be the last. This will start the series of PhDs that we're expecting. Already many synopsis talks are going on and submissions are starting now. In terms of events activities, again, I have removed most of them because shortage of time. But one event that I like to mention is a special one, Ustad Zakir Hussain event which university supported. It was a wonderful event. Everybody who could participate in that had a wonderful experience. We also had a conference on sustainability, something that we are very much focused on. And we are discussing something of making this campus net carbon sink. Net carbon sink, if we can do that, the first time probably in the country or maybe world, I don't know, where the campus will become net carbon sink. It's a dream. It's a dream, but you must dream, then only you can realize this. So net carbon sink is something that we want to focus on that. It will require a lot of technological development effort, but let's make that happen. There's a conference coming up on microfluidics and healthcare engineering on 19th, 20th March. I wanted to mention this. So I'll stop at this point. Thank you for your attention. Thank you again.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words and insightful reflections. Your vision and leadership have been instrumental in shaping DYPIU into this futuristic trend-setting university it is today. Dear all, it is our honor to host Dr. Ajay Kothari, sir, for this memorable celebration. Before he shares his valuable insights with us, may I request Dr. Sandeep Chatterjee, sir, to introduce our esteemed guest.
Thank you. Though Dr. Ajay Kothari doesn't need any introduction, after some slides which Professor Prabhat Ranjan has shown, and he is a domain expert in the field. But I have the pleasant duty today on the occasion of this Foundation Day to introduce our chief guest, Dr. Ajay Kothari. Welcome you to the premises. And also agreeing to give the Foundation Day lecture today. Dr. Ajay Kothari is president and founder of Astrox Corporation and aerospace R&D company located in suburban Washington, D.C., USA. His PhD and MS in aerospace engineering are from the University of Maryland. He has been principal investigator or a program manager on more than 30 contracts from Air Force, Navy, DARPA, DARPA, and NASA, focused on rocket and hypersonic vehicle designs. system level analysis and studies which have led to his innovative hypersonic vehicle design for the Air Force. He has been a pioneer in developing the inward turning hypersonic vehicles, traveling up to Mach 10, that is the unit, Mach 10, for which a patent was granted, with another patent pending, and which will be able to go to low Earth orbit more efficiently using his version of the rocket-based combined cycle, what we say RBCC concept. He is currently working on reusable rocket transportation, which would be more efficient, flexible, and more cost effective. Reusable rocket transport, which is of much interest nowadays. He has over 48 professional publications in peer-reviewed AIAA, that is American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics Journal, and various AIAA, International Space Planes and Hypersonics, CRASTE, that is Commercial and Government Reusable Access to Space Technology Exchange, and JANF, that is Joint Army, Navy, NASA, and Air Force conferences in aerospace engineering. Dr. Kothari was president of his high school when we reflect to his school days, and was recipient of the Best Student of the School award for scholarship and extracurricular activities, and was also awarded the National Merit Scholarship. He was conferred ASEI NCC Emerging Technologist Award by ASEI, that is American Society of Engineers of India origin, in 1997. He was conferred the Pride of India Gold Award by International NRI Institute in 2007, Engineer of the Year Award by ASEI in 2011, Excellence in Engineering Biennial Award from NFAI, that is National Federation of Indian American Association, and was the president of ASEI National Capital Chapter in 2014 and 2015. He has been invited to speak on aerospace subjects by many entities. He was interviewed on television shows, and his article on space-related topics have been published by various newspapers and web portals. He is a live member and associate fellow of AIAA, that is American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics. He is the first Indian American member of the Screen Actors Guild, SAG, for Washington, Baltimore region, and is a prolific artist. I just want to add one more line here, that he has acted in few TV shows as a matter of hobby in US, and to name a few, Law and Order, one of the TV shows, The Wire, and others for NBC, HBO, and other Hollywood and independent film production. For our own interest, he is also an artist, having studied art as a major in high school. And his work comprises of abstracts and impressions in both oil and acrylic. So today in the afternoon, in our university entrance foyer, where the exhibition is being depicted by the design, art, and other students, including work on AI, you will also have a face-to-face interaction and things to learn from him in terms of his learning and practice coming at the fore, while he is busy in aerospace engineering and molten reactor and things like that. So in Ajay Kothari, we have a person in front of us who is here to address us on this occasion of 6th Foundation Day. And I leave it to Smriti to welcome the chief guest today. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I now request Honorable Dr. Ajay Kothari ji to kindly share his views with the gathering. Let's have a huge round of applause and welcome him to the podium.
So before he starts in computer setup, you can see from his work, he's not left any field. It starts from rocket science to artists to any dream you have, he is the right person. You want to go to space, you want to do painting, you want to do acting, whatever you want, he's here. So welcome, Doctor.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for inviting me to come and speak my mind, so to speak. And it's a very exciting time actually for you guys, for you all. Very exciting time. 50 years ago, when I went to United States, I've always been very, very happy and proud of the Indian culture, Indian civilization, Vedic civilization, and a lot of historical readings on that, and always been proud of that. Now it's happening here with the Prime Minister Modi and other excellent stewards of India. It's happening. So you are in a time at this juncture of space and time, actually, of really being in a place where so many things can be done in this country, in India, by India, and for the world, actually, not for just for India, but for the world. So it really is very exciting time, and I'm going to tell some stories here about why I think so, and also how that connects to science, and science in terms of space science, in terms of space exploration, and all that, and how we can connect those dots to realize that not only can you do all these wonderful things that are waiting to be done, but that also all of this science, all of the engineering, and all that exists here. And by the way, I'm very, very happy and very proud of this university for being such a good research institution, because research for going to the next step is absolutely needed, and certainly is needed for India as well, Okay, so I have written a piece in something called India Foundation Journal just 2 months ago, where they asked me to write about space exploration and stuff like that. And I kind of was wondering as to why India was so excited about Chandrayaan. Indians were so excited about Chandrayaan and all that. And then it sort of occurred to me that, okay, so 50 years ago when I went there, I could, be very proud of our culture, and still obviously very much I am. But now that is, coming into a reality to some extent. But then I sort of thought back more about the ancient times, and I realized that Indian history is the only one that really has so much connection to space. Devlok, Indra, all his courtiers, somewhere in Devlok, we don't know where that is, but it's somewhere up there. And we have Narad Muni who comes down from there and, and does his things and gives punishments, and is sort of carries some punishments, and and all of those things were being done. So there was a sort of a connection between space and Earth in our historical times, history, ancient history, which no other country really has to that extent. China has something called Chang'e. Chang'e is the princess of the moon, and historically and all that. They don't have as much as we have. You all have. We have. Back and forth between. So then Japan has something called Amaretesu, which is the sun god. But those are Icarus, the Greeks have, which went all the way to the moon, sun, and his feathers melted away and all that. But nobody has this constant. None of these stories, except maybe ancient Greeks. And ancient Greeks for Plato, not Plato, Apollo and all those gods and goddesses. But they are very similar to Indian gods and goddesses. So what is going on here? What is going on is that we have a particular connection and particular love and particular veneration for space. This is why Indians we're so excited with Chandrayaan-3. Of course, we are excited because it's a great feat and all that, but there is a certain connection that we feel and see and all that, which doesn't exist anywhere else. So that is one, data point. The other data point, connecting with science, is, and I must say also that, this encouragement of science and of space and all that Prime Minister Modi is doing, wonderfully, is also a wonderful thing for, and the right thing to do. Naysayers being, shunted aside, basically. So it is all that data point. Now, the other data point is this. There's a guy named Frank Drake, which in the 60s came up with what is called a Drake equation. And the Drake equation is made up of, let me see here, I'm not sure if I'll have it here, but if I do. Yeah. So he came up with this Drake equation. The Drake equation sort of tells you how many technically advanced civilization may possibly exist in this galaxy, just this galaxy. We know that we have trillions of galaxies, and we have hundreds of millions and billions of stars in this galaxy itself. How many can exist which are possible for us to communicate, for them to communicate with us, etc. So it's made up of 7 terms, and it's the first one, of course, is the one on the left-hand side, number of civilization, which could, which we can, communicate with. So it has, terms like mean star formation per year, etc., which is approximately 1 in this galaxy, and then, of course, fraction of stars that have planets, which is less than 1, and other things. So with, when you put in some numbers here, and, different people have put in different numbers and come up with a final capital N equal to 1 or millions. We don't know. So if it is hundreds of thousands of millions or something like that, that's really very, intriguing. Intriguing, let's say. Could be scary, it could be very good. I don't know. Let's just use the word intriguing. So then there is another scientist, very famous, Enrico Fermi. Fermi is a progenitor of the Fermi labs in Chicago, etc. Those guys and Lawrence Taylor, who was the father of the hydrogen bomb, and a few other people got together one time for lunch, and Fermi blanked out. If there is like millions of other possibilities or hundreds of thousands of other possibilities, where is everybody? We don't see anybody. Where is everybody? So that's called Fermi paradox for this Drake equation. So now we have in our observable universe, we don't see really any sign of life yet. We might see later, but we have not seen any yet. But in this observable universe, we may be the only one which has some fantastic life. Not just us human beings, but every life, a tree, a shrub, a roach, a lizard, anything. That is amazing if that is the case, that the life is extremely unique in this galaxy. It's either this or that. Either way, we have to become steward. We have to be very, very caring stewards of all life forms on Earth. That's how India is actually. India has always cared for all life forms, even the ones, cows on the street, even dogs and anything else. We have always cared for that. Again, there is a data point here that connects our culture, civilization, to something much, much bigger, which is that we need to take care of all the life forms, and we seem to be doing it. India seems to be doing it. It's amazing. It's amazing. So that, whether we are completely unique, as Fermi paradox suggests, or not unique, in that case, it can be scary. There can be a lot of civilizations and other civilizations which can, attack us, come after us, or anything. Common denominator here is that we need to have space as evolution in our third dimension now. And that's not just physically third dimension, but so far all our evolutions have taken place, wars, fight over country, territory, everything has taken place in a two-dimensional field. Now we are talking about something which is more than that. We are talking about a third dimension. So there, again, space is very important, aerospace is very important, and this is why it's absolutely necessary for us to continue this. Now, how do we do this? For space exploration, well, India is doing pretty well, but we need to do more. India needs to do more. And that is, and as you all know, one of the thing is that Elon Musk has come up with this idea of rocket-boosted reusable rockets. So the boost is something that takes place around Mach 6 or so. To kill the velocity, it sort of turns around, it kills the velocity by firing the rockets, and then if it enters, it's not a problem. So I was working on this idea before Elon Musk actually came up with and did that, and I wrote some papers on that. That's probably the best way to do it, because it just costs so much more to expend a vehicle. Now, the paradigm has shifted because of this. Because of this, everything has become much more doable, as we know. And maybe within a day or so, his Starship may fly. We don't know. I have my opinions on that. I'm not going to get into that right now. But it's changing. All that is happening. And so, I would recommend that India also, ISRO, do the reusable rocket development. China is doing it too. So that's the space part. How do we do that? The third part is energy. And for that, I must say that the most important, one of the most important things now for the world, what is the most important thing in the world now? That is climate change, possibility of pollution, which is really, that's one of the bad parts of India, I must say. Pollution and CO2. All those things, and energy deficit, all those things and space are going to require some way of doing this better, much faster and cheaper, and go to the next step of our evolution. This is where you all come in. And you all come in because it's not just the computers which are going to be needed for this, but it's going to be engineering, it's going to be several different types of engineerings, mechanical, civil, aerospace, of course, and others. And this is not all. And this is not something that is, and computers are going to be needed too. But it's going to be a part of the entire equation. This is going to be a huge thing for all the students. It's a huge thing to solve this energy, huge thing to solve the energy problems that you all need to work on and solve. And not just solve, but solve it for India. Solve it for, and I mean, one of the charts showed that India has the largest amount of thorium. It didn't show, but it almost 1 million ton of thorium lying around on, beaches in different places. So you can become the Middle East, or what Middle East was for oil, you can become that for energy. That energy is immense. Let me just give an example. In the United States, which has also 600,000 ton of thorium, there is enough thorium there just to solve the energy problem for the United States for 600 years. And within those 600 years, I will bet that we will have solved and resolved the fusion problem, and then fusion will take over. So this is a thing that is necessary, and this is going to be exceedingly important for India, for everything, every infrastructure you want to build, everything that you want to do here. It's very, very important that this, when, I'll be talking more technical details about fission, well, in this case, thorium, which gets converted into uranium-233, and then it fissions, and when it fissions, it creates energy, which is 3.5 million times more for unit weight than coal. So forget coal, forget oil. You don't have that much oil anyway, but coal, big amount. You will be able to forget coal, you'll be able to forget the pollution problem, and it's very, very safe and all that. So all of those things together make for connecting all these dots, make for a case for you all to continue to persevere in science and engineering, as well as computers. And of course, in computers, there is other things like quantum computing and all that is happening. AI obviously is happening, but these things are also happening in a big way. In this endeavor that we have to have, that you have to have, that you will have, you will have a lot of help. You will need a lot of help from not just engineers and scientists, but to make a case that we are the stewards of this earth, and we have to be, we have to take care of that for climate, we have to take care of that, but also, more importantly, much more importantly, that we have to take care of it for all the life forms that we have developed on this earth. And as you know, it has been amazing that 4 to 5 extinction events have taken place on Earth in this last, since its inception 4.5 billion years ago, at least in the last 1 billion years, half a billion years, these events have taken place. And after each event, after each one of those events, these are 5 extinction events, large extinction events, Earth, reconciled, survived, reconstituted, new millions of species were created, billions of species were created, and that really, okay. Oh, yeah. So millions of new species were created, and those millions of new species, none of them would ever think about even clothing themselves. So humans are unique, but humans are not superior to other species. We have to treat them, they are, that DNA of a roach, or DNA of a cat or anything is extremely important. So all in all, connecting all of those dots together makes a case that we all have to contribute through engineering, through science, and through every other potential or possibility. That's fine. Okay, thank you. I have actually contributed also in art. This is my art, basically. Of course, everybody loves lions. And the one in the middle, up top, is Red Indian, not us Indian, Red Indian, which has also been very badly treated. This is just a personal comment, and some other people may not agree, but I strongly feel that it has gone away. Yeah, so actually, you can see that his nose has been cut off. So he has been, but he's proud still. It's a proud Indian which has been ignored in America very badly, actually, and been treated very badly, but he's still very proud. And of course, other things are just indication of nature and other stuff. So, and this one is actually one that I did for first woman going to Mars, and the idea here is, that when a woman goes to Mars, unlike me or a man, it'll meld into the Martian complex without disturbing it. Topology. I could probably end up disturbing and destroying something else. Men are more likely to do that. I shouldn't be. generalizing, but anyway, it's a, you know, a sort of appreciation for that art. So it's sort of like mist, which sort of melds with the topology, and then you can see the face and the head with the blue hair on the bottom. So that's about that. I hope that I've covered most of the subjects here that that you have given me time to cover. So I thank you all for very much for doing that. So one of the things that is that university is thinking of starting is aerospace engineering department, which is very good also. I mean, I obviously support that, and I've talked with University of Maryland people also. They have said the same thing. But I must say that with this, and I mean, I have a good friend who I will not name, but he was the head of NASA. We did our PhD together at University of Maryland. Many, many years ago, he got to know, you know, 3, 4 of us Indians who were the only, and him, were the only people in classes at that. This is in the 70s, long time ago, but he also feels the same way. So we have been good friends, and he thinks, he came here when he was the head of NASA 3 times to talk to ISRO, and actually one of the things on Chandrayaan 1, the I think it was M3 mapper, was because of him that we went on the Chandrayaan. Well, I don't think he would mind my saying his name is Dr. Michael Griffin, very good friend. But he also feels that China is the adversary for United States, and it's a big competitor, and that we need to work together with India on this. And this is very, very important, that we want to do all these things that I sort of outlined. You'll be completely wrong in saying that we are not going to need engineers of all type, mechanical and civil and electrical and many communication and all of those. We are going to need all of them. You are going to be needed. Your talents are going to be needed to do this for, not just for India, but for the world. And so it's a huge calling. Be excited about it. It is really, I mean, next 30, 40 years can be very, very interesting. Are going to be very interesting for this world, for Earth. And we're going to solve these problems all together, all of us together. We need to solve those problems with you, with the university here, and faculty, of course, sitting here in the front. So we would love to, let's work on this. Let's work synergistically. Let's work together and solve the problem for humanity, but not just for humanity, but for all life forms. So thank you again.
Thank you so much, sir, for that thought-provoking insights right from space till the art. We really appreciate your presence and guidance here for our budding students. As a part of the renowned DY Patil Group, with more than 200 institutions under its fold, DY Patil International University, Akurdi, is a future-focused trailblazing university under the able guidance of Honorable Dr. DY Patil Sir, Founder President of DY Patil Group, Honorable Dr. Sanjay Patil Sir, Chancellor DYPIU, and Professor Prabhat Ranjan Sir, Vice Chancellor DYPIU. Since 6 years ago, our founders embarked on a journey fueled by a vision of excellence, innovation, and commitment to nurturing future leaders. And to double up the commemoration on DYPIU's Foundation Day, deserving students are awarded 3 distinct categories of scholarships, each tailored to recognize their individual accomplishments and potential. Through these scholarships, DYPIU aims to support students in honing their curricular pursuits and achieving their full potential. May I request Honorable Dr. Kothari Sir to give away the scholarships to these budding stars, and Professor Ranjan Sir to please join him. The first category of scholarships is for the emerging talent. This scholarship honors those who have showcased exceptional performance in both board examinations and competitive tests. By awarding this scholarship, DYPIU aims to offer a helping hand to talented individuals, ensuring they can pursue their educational aspirations and minimal financial barriers. I request the team to be ready and the students to take up their positions as I call out the name. This is for the batch of 2023, BTech CSE, Atharva Zadhav, Soham Santosh Shinde, Vishwa Chawda, Devam Amit Kumar Taylor. Students, be ready as I take out your names. Bhavna Sandeep Patil, Jatin Jain, Sankalp Rathod, Gauri Shinde, Sanskruti Deshmukh, Aman Wagh, Alhad Khardenavis, BTech Bioengineering, Omkar Valge, Postgraduates, Aniket Singh, Siddharaj Auti, Yagya Dutt Punjabi, Joy Ohol, Rahul Shinde, Samuel Singh. The second category of scholarships is for academic excellence, recognizing students who consistently shine as top performance in their annual academic endeavors. This scholarship celebrates their unwavering dedication to academic success. May I call upon Professor Chatterjee to please join them on the stage to give away the certificates along with Professor Prabhat Ranjan sir and Dr. Kothari sir. Achal Zadav from the batch of 2020. She has scored the first. She's getting the first award from B Design course. B Design course 2021, Harsh Arbuz. Batch 2022, Achal Sharma. Next, from the BTech Bioengineering Department, the first award goes to Nishka Kaushal from batch 2021. From batch 2022, the second award goes to Anshika Bansal. Any guesses as to who's the first? From batch 2022. The first award goes to Manushri Bihari. From the BAJMC batch, batch 2021, the first prize goes to Sakshi Kulkarni. The first award to the 2022 batch, Shravani Khairnar. Next, from the BBA program, From batch 2021, the second award goes to Devraj. And from batch 2022, the first award goes to Pranati Minakota. Next, from the BCA program, Tanmay Vaij from the 2021 batch gets the second award of BCA. Shreyas Maurya from the batch 2021 gets the first award. From batch 2022, Sriya Mukavili gets the second award. And from 2022 batch, the first award goes to Sunaina Mohan Guram. Next, from the MBA Digital Business. From batch 2021, the first award goes to Siddhi Rani. And from batch 2022, the first award goes to Neerav Chabria. Next program from MCA. From batch 2021, the first award goes to Prashant. And from batch 2022, the first award to Sumayya Syed. Next, BTech CSE. From batch 2020, the second award goes to Arunika Das. From batch 2020 again, Sunidhi Chopra. From batch 2020, the second award to Jay Pitadia. And the first from batch 2020 is Ananya Ghosh. From batch 2021, the fourth award goes to Aditya Ayya. The third from batch 2021 is Nishant Wani. The second award goes to, from the batch of 2021, Viren Vats Jay. And the first from batch 2021 goes to Isha Syed. From batch 2022, the fifth award goes to Vedant Jogale. The fourth award goes to Rahel Benjamin. The third award from batch 2022 goes to Anika Pandit. The second award goes to Nikshi Mundra. Nikshi Mundra, I beg your pardon. And the first from batch 2022, the last award for today, goes to Meenal Sangvi. A huge round of applause to all these students who have done an amazing job. I request the dignitaries to kindly take their seats. A huge round of applause to all these winners. Remember, this is just the beginning. अभी बहुत कुछ करना और कमाना बाकी है. May I now request Dr. Biren Mohiddin sir, Registrar DYPIU, to propose the vote of thanks.
Respected Chief Guest, Dr. Ajay Kothari, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Prabhat Ranjan sir, my dear colleagues, dear students, and all who have gathered here. Let me start with the quote, Karl Barth, "Joy is the simplest form of gratitude." So let us see, all the faces are smiling. So this is the gratitude what we gain from this Foundation Day. Let us remember and the visionaries for the foundation of this D.Y. Patil International Universities, Founder President Padma Shri Dr. D.Y. Patil sir, our Chancellor Dr. Sanjay Patil sir, our Chairman Satyat Patil sir, and Trustee Tejas Patil sir. In their absence, we must remember and give our gratitude. And our deepest gratitude to Dr. Ajay Kothari sir, who has come to give a lecture series on this day. And in the afternoon also we have a lecture series about the different topics, which is definitely a gain for our students. So thank you, sir, for attending our program. Thank you, one and all. We are highly thankful to the Honorable Vice Chancellor, who is a visionary of different thought process, who makes things in different way, in a smart, and but maybe in the beginning it looks difficult for us, but in the end it is easy for us. And whatever is thought process is going to be a futuristic and trend setting for the country. I thank you, sir, for your wonderful leadership. And my dear colleagues, Vice Chancellor, Chatterjee sir, Deans, Directors, all HODs, dear colleagues from sister institutions, my dear students, my dear faculty, and my dear non-teaching staff who supported this program. And we must remember the contribution of each one who have joined DY Patil International University, who left us, who is going to join us. Maybe right now they joined us. Everybody's small or big contribution makes this institution what we are today. So I thank everyone from the bottom of the heart. I thank you one and all. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir. This, my friends, has been an excellent morning celebrating the 6th Foundation Day of DYPIU. But this is not the end of the celebration. We will first conclude with the national anthem shortly. After that, the awardees will come forward for a group photo with the dignitaries. And I'll give a few instructions as well for the rest of the day. May I request the technical team to hand over a mic to Mr. Manvardhan Kant sir. I request Manvardhan sir to lead the national anthem. All are kindly requested to rise.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंग विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंग तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Now, the awardees, the volunteers, and the organizing committee faculty will remain here for a group photo, and the rest of the faculty will proceed towards Ahad Plaza in J Block. The remaining students will also proceed towards J Block. Very soon, we will all assemble at Swagat Plaza for an interesting exhibition. I know Dr. Kothari also will be excited to inaugurate and cherish a beautiful artistic display, as he himself is an excellent artist, having studied art as a major in high school. After that, at 3 p.m., all the faculty are requested to assemble at room 313 for an interaction with the honorable guest. He will be talking about molten salt reactor. This is all for today. I'm blessed to have got this opportunity to be a part of the celebration of the 6th Foundation Day of DYPIU. Looking forward to the next one. Thank you and have a blessed day.